Welcome to the Spine Institute of Greenwich Hospital. This is the Spinal Fusion Pre-Op Education video series. This video was created to help you prepare for your upcoming spinal fusion surgery at Greenwich Hospital. My name is Annie, and I will be going through all of the information with you today. So let's get started. At Greenwich Hospital, our vision is to enhance the lives of the people we serve by providing access to high-value, patient-centered care in collaboration with those who share our values. It is our mission to be committed to innovation and excellence in patient-centered care, teaching, research, and service to our communities. Our values encompass patient-centered care, which places patients and families first, respect for all people, compassion, integrity, and accountability. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, patients and staff at Greenwich Hospital will be wearing masks and taking all necessary measures to ensure your safety and the safety of our staff. As you will see in these 3 educational videos, patient-centered care is extremely important to us, and that includes making sure that you feel prepared for your upcoming spinal fusion surgery. In this first video, we will discuss what to expect in the weeks leading up to your surgery and how to prepare yourself and your home. The second video will focus on what to expect on the day of your surgery, as well as during your hospital stay. And lastly, the third video will discuss discharge planning and what to expect in the weeks following your surgery. Let's get started with how to prepare for your surgery. In the weeks leading up to your surgery, you will have a few appointments. Your surgeon may want to see you one final time prior to your surgery to answer any last-minute questions. If this is indicated, it usually occurs a week or 2 prior to your surgery. You will also need to get medical clearance by your primary care physician to ensure that you're ready for surgery. He or she will also order blood work, so leave enough time to complete these appointments a couple weeks before your surgery. You may also need medical clearance by any other physician that manages your pre-existing health conditions, so be sure to schedule those appointments as needed as well. Finally, you also need to schedule a pre-op nursing phone call with one of our nurses at Greenwich Hospital. You can schedule this appointment for the week prior to your surgery by calling 203-863-3325. For all of these appointments, you should have a comprehensive list of your medications. This list should include all of your medications, supplements, and vitamins. Be sure to include the dosages and the timing of your medications. Don't bring any medications with you to the hospital unless you've been instructed to. Patient-owned medications are not permitted in patient rooms and will need to be stored in the medication room or our hospital pharmacy. Please refer to the Spinal Fusion folder that you received in your surgeon's office for a list of the medications and herbal supplements that you need to avoid prior to surgery. Please do this at least a week ahead of your surgery date, in case there is a medication or supplement that you need to stop prior to your surgery. If you have any questions about your medications or about stopping any of your medications, please don't hesitate to talk to your surgeon or primary care physician for clarification. Now let's talk about how you can prepare your home for your upcoming surgery. One of the most important things you can do ahead of time is to prepare your home, because the majority of your healing will occur in your own home environment. Surgery is a major investment in improving your quality of life. It's important to take the appropriate steps in order to make sure that this is a time when you can really focus on your healing and make it your #1 priority. Appointing a recovery coach will help to ensure that you're staying on track. Your coach should be available at least 4 hours a day during the first week that you're home after your surgery. Your coach can help with your medications, encourage you to change positions, to walk a lot, and will ensure that you're following your surgeon's post-operative instructions. Due to some post-operative precautions, which I'll talk a little bit more about later, you won't be able to resume your normal activity immediately after surgery. So make sure that you delegate any household tasks that you're responsible for right now. It's important to ask others to help you with your laundry, clean the house, care for pets, grocery shopping, and cooking. If time permits, consider preparing and freezing some meals ahead of time. You'll thank yourself later. Once you do return home after your surgery, your focus should be on everything that you need to do to heal from your surgery. So asking for help with these tasks now will help to ensure that. Also, modify your home environment. Before you come to the hospital, we encourage you to assess your surroundings and make sure that they're as safe as possible. Remove any throw rugs or obstacles that could be in your path and could put you at risk for tripping. Recognize that it is possible that you might return home using a walker, which is about 2 feet wide. So make sure that there's appropriate space in order for you to navigate around furniture in your home. Try to arrange everything that you use on a daily basis to be accessible in an effort to avoid bending, twisting, and exaggerated reaching. Ideally, position regularly used items, things you use every day, within arm's reach. While you're healing, it might be difficult to reach into the lower cabinets and drawers. So take any necessary items out of your upper and lower cabinets in your kitchen, in your bathroom, and in your bedroom, and put them in places where they're more easily accessible. Make sure that you have clothing that are easy to put on and off and are comfortable and will allow for access to your incision if needed. We also want to prepare your body for surgery. Proper hydration is very important. Make an effort to drink 8-ounce glasses of water each day. Then in the 3 to 4 days prior to your surgery, include an electrolyte drink, such as Gatorade, Powerade, or vitamin water, as part of your hydration process. If these drinks are too sweet for your taste, you can add a little water to them as well. Be aware that there's also some new fasting guidelines that are in place. In the past, all patients have been instructed not to eat or drink after midnight, but these instructions have been modified over the last couple years. Patients are now able and encouraged to consume up to 15 ounces of a clear, sugar-rich liquid up to 3 hours prior to admission time. The Gatorade, Powerade, or vitamin water drinks are appropriate, as would be apple juice. Black coffee or tea with sugar is also permitted, but no milk or creamer. This preoperative beverage has been noted to result in improved blood sugar and blood pressure after surgery. Please refer to your pre-op fasting guidelines handout in your packet for a chart that clearly explains what time you should finish drinking that clear, sugar-rich liquid on the morning of surgery. You can also speak with your surgeon if you have any questions or concerns. As part of our infection control program, you will receive a bottle of Hibiclens or chlorhexidine foam at your surgeon's office. Hibiclens removes germs that are normally found on your skin. The instruction sheet on how to use this cleanser is also located in your pre-op packet. So read the instructions carefully. The instructions include that you will shower the night before and the morning of surgery. At the end of your shower, you're going to use a clean washcloth and the Hibiclens foam to wash your body from the neck down. Then rinse your body and dry yourself off with a clean towel. Also, please do not shave anywhere on your body for up to 2 days prior to surgery. This is in an effort to prevent any nicks or cuts going into the operating room. Lastly, you can gather what you need to bring to the hospital. Upon your arrival to the hospital, you're going to need to present a photo ID, a medical insurance card, a copy of your living will or advance directive, and your home medication list, as discussed previously in this presentation. Please leave all your valuables at home. No jewelry can be worn in the operating room, so you might want to just leave that stuff at home. You may bring a small overnight bag, including toiletries. We're happy to provide these items for you at the hospital if needed. Be prepared with a comfortable outfit to wear home. We recommend a comfortable top, elastic waist pants, comfortable underwear, and sneakers. It's perfectly appropriate to wear the same outfit that you plan on wearing home on the day of your surgery. You will be wearing a hospital gown during your stay for ease of incision checks and dressing changes, so you won't need multiple outfits while you're here with us. Congratulations! You finished video number 1. Please join us for the next video, What to Expect During Your Admission. Hello, and welcome to video number 2 of our Spinal Fusion Preoperative Patient Education video series. Again, my name is Annie, and I will be reviewing some important information with you today. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, patients and staff at Greenwich Hospital will be wearing masks and taking all necessary measures to ensure your safety and the safety of our staff. In this video, we will discuss what to expect during your admission at Greenwich Hospital, including on the day of your spinal fusion surgery. So let's get started. Let's begin with what to expect on the day of your surgery. You will come to the main entrance of the hospital and enter through the front doors. You can also park in our visitors lot underneath the building and use the elevators to come up to the main lobby. You will then proceed to the elevators in the lobby and go to the second floor where you will find the ambulatory surgery unit. You will check in at the front desk and then will be greeted by your pre-operative nurse. He or she will take you to your pre-op room where one of your loved ones can stay with you. You will have your pre-operative examination and will be greeted by your surgeon and anesthesiologist. You're usually in this area for about 45 minutes to an hour until they're ready for you in the operating room. While you're in the operating room, clear communication with your loved ones is important to us. That is why we offer a texting program called the Family Touch Program. In order to participate, you will be asked to provide the cell phone numbers of your chosen recipients when you check into the hospital. The hospital will give you an individualized PIN number that you'll need to share with your loved ones. You can have up to 4 phone numbers registered into this program. We've received great feedback that these text messages provide your loved ones with peace of mind that they're not missing anything on your surgery day. So again, you can sign up for this service when you check in at the hospital. The length of time that you're in the operating room varies based on the type of surgery that you're having and the complexity of the surgery. Your surgeon will be able to speak most accurately to these time frames, so feel free to have this discussion with him or her during your preoperative visits. Following the surgery, patients are typically in the recovery room for about 1 to 2 hours before being transferred to the nursing units. What should you expect during your stay with us at Greenwich Hospital? Well, within a few hours of leaving the recovery room, your nurse or physical therapist will help you out of bed for the first time. Research has shown that getting out of bed soon after surgery helps with pain, decreases risk of complications, and can help you get home sooner. Your physical therapists will help progress your mobility with or without an assistive device. They will assess your ability to negotiate the stairs and will review all necessary spinal precautions with you. You should expect to be up and walking with the nursing staff as well, multiple times a day, walking in your room and in the hallway with staff. The more walking you do with us here at the hospital, the sooner you'll be able to maximize your independence and get home. Pain management is very important with this type of surgery. Here at Greenwich Hospital, we use a multimodal pain regimen, which is just fancy lingo for we use different types of medications and techniques to manage your pain. This has been found to be more effective than using just one medication alone. Typically, you will receive extra strength Tylenol a few times a day. In addition, Valium might be offered to relieve muscle spasms. And lastly, you might be offered opioids as needed for moderate to severe pain. We'll also use ice to help with your pain and swelling. In order to assess your pain, we use a numeric pain scale rating pain from 0 to 10, with 0 being no pain and 10 representing the worst pain of your life. We liken pain of up to a 3 as everyday aches and pains. When your pain starts to creep up to a 4, you should notify your nurse and discuss options for pain management. Ideally, we would like to keep your pain at a 5 or below on a scale of 0 to 10. It is very important to communicate well with your care providers during your hospital stay in order for us to best manage your pain. So please let us know what's working and what isn't. That way we can have a strong, individualized plan for you for when you return home. Your safety is our #1 priority. During your stay here at the hospital, a staff member will be by your side every time you are ambulating. Please do not hesitate to call your nurse at any time if you need any assistance. Spine precautions. After your spinal fusion surgery, your nurse and physical therapist will reinforce the proper spinal precautions. These precautions follow the acronym BLT. No bending from the waist, no lifting more than 5 pounds, and no twisting. You will learn how to get in and out of bed using a log roll technique to ensure keeping your spine in a neutral position. While sleeping on your back, you can place a pillow underneath your knees for comfort and for pain relief. When sleeping on your side, place a pillow between your knees for comfort. Avoid low chairs if possible, as it's going to be difficult to get up and down from a low surface. If needed, place a pillow or cushion on the seat for added height. Choosing chairs with armrests will also help with transitions and provide better leverage. You will need to change positions frequently for pain relief, about every 20 to 30 minutes. Your physical therapist and nurse will go over these tips and more with you during your admission. Congratulations! You finished video number 2. Please join us for the third and final video regarding discharge planning. Hello, and welcome to video number 3 of our Spinal Fusion Preoperative Patient Education video series. Again, my name is Annie, and I'll be reviewing some important information with you today. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, patients and staff at Greenwich Hospital will be wearing masks and taking all necessary measures to ensure your safety and the safety of our staff. In this video, we will discuss discharge planning, including what to expect in the weeks following your spinal fusion surgery. Let's begin with how you can start preparing for discharge now. The discharge planning process begins before your surgery. You should discuss your plan with your surgeon during your preoperative visits to ensure that you are both on the same page. Your surgeon will take into account your own personal needs, your social support, and the complexity of your surgery when making these types of recommendations. Here is the typical recovery timeline for spinal fusion surgery. Depending on the type of surgery you have, you should plan on being in the hospital for a couple nights. Typically, our patients who undergo cervical fusions require less time in the hospital compared to lumbar fusions, but your surgeon will be able to speak most accurately to that. While in the hospital, your discharge date is determined by your multidisciplinary team, including your surgeon, nurse, physical therapist, and case manager. Based on how well you're doing with physical therapy, the care team will decide if going home or going to short-term rehab is the best plan for you. Most patients go home following spinal fusion surgery, but if short-term rehab is recommended, a case manager will come and see you in the hospital at your bedside to help arrange this with you. You will have a follow-up appointment with your surgeon within 1 to 2 weeks of your surgery, so please be sure to schedule that appointment. Your surgeon will determine at your follow-up visits if outpatient physical therapy is indicated. As I mentioned, if additional services are required after your surgery, a case manager will see you during your hospital stay. He or she will set up home care services as needed. If the care team has recommended that short-term rehab is indicated, he or she will help facilitate that as well. However, if you anticipate needing short-term rehab after your surgery, we do recommend that you pre-register at a facility prior to your surgery. This will help ensure that this is an available option for you. Please be aware that short-term rehab always requires insurance approval, which we may not have until after your surgery. So it's always a good idea to have your home ready just in case you need to return home instead. On the day of discharge from the hospital, plan on having your recovery coach attend your last PT session at the hospital. This will give your coach an opportunity to see how well you're doing. Your physical therapist will also share helpful tips for both you and your coach. It is also very important for your recovery coach to be present when your nurse goes over your discharge papers with you. This is when he or she will review your medications with you, and it's always good to have a second set of ears listening to this type of information. A few last reminders. Don't forget to schedule your follow-up appointments with your surgeon. Be sure to follow all of your post-operative instructions carefully to ensure proper healing and pain management. And lastly, the best thing to do after surgery is walk, walk, walk. So get out there and walk. It will help you with your pain, your mobility, and your health. You have now completed the preoperative education video series for your upcoming spinal fusion surgery. Congratulations, and thank you for choosing Greenwich Hospital. Our goal is to provide you with excellent care during your stay. If you have any questions regarding your upcoming stay with us here at the hospital, please don't hesitate to call us at 203-863-3646. Thank you, and we look forward to meeting you.